Hey, what's up again, everybody? It's Robert184, 2Rs2Bs, and yes, it's time for another happy dance here. This one not very long in coming. What? 1 or 2 weeks, I would say, compared to the news about the Master Grade Gundam X coming out. But this is still fantastic for people like me that may have been just a little bit worried about where Gunpla is going in terms of the amount and the sizes and the grades and the quality that are going to be coming out, especially at retail. But it has been announced that the first lead Gundam of the newest Gundam anime series, Gundam Build Fighters, the Build Strike, is going to be coming out with a regular retail release, and that's going to be coming out in February of 2014. And the cool part being is that it is going to be the full package, the full equip, and so that means things like the build booster are going to be built right into it, so you can have any complaints that I have about the seals and things like that. You know, for that price point, that they should all be fixed up. And more importantly, for a Master Grade 1/100th collector like myself, to be getting the news that we are of the Master Grade X, and we're going to be getting MG Exia Repair 2, and now the thought that all the leads from Build Fighters are going to be coming out in 1/100th form. They're skipping over the non-grade completely and going straight to MG, but the fact they're coming out in short order, definitely a relief and a point of excitement. And don't forget, you can pick up everything from the newest Gundam series, Build Fighters, from the good folks at HobbyLink Japan, high grades, master grades, and whatever else Bandai is going to be putting out on shelves. As we've seen this before and not too long ago, because if you take a look at the timing here, February of 2012, Gundam Age the anime kicked off in October of 2011, just like Build Fighters in 2013, and 2 years later, well, 2 years after this one, to the month, we're going to be getting that. So what did we get? Well, we got the Age 1 Normal there, and then we got to move on to the Titus and the Sparrow, so we got things in very short order, and then after that, it was a little bit of a wait before we got the Gundam Age 2, we got the Normal, then we got the Dark Hound, incredibly popular, and then it was just going to be a question of whether we'd get the Double Bullet, and that happened finally this summer. However, a lot of questions remain about whether we're going to be getting the Age 3 and the Age FX. We've seen them before, but when will they get released? And it's somewhat worrying when you consider the fate of MGs from the 00 line. But hopefully whatever Mobile Suits Rage ends up getting into, that Iori is going to be planning and designing and modifying and showing off to his mom, are going to be able to come home. I wish they had gone non-grade at the beginning just to make things a little bit safer in terms of, we could have got all the Age lead variants if they had gone non-grade. You'd think for sure, as we've already seen with Seed and Seed Destiny. But Bandai definitely prioritizing things in a different way, getting out there with the HG early, telling us MGs are coming, and then getting them out within quite a few months. So even with Seed and Seed Destiny, you had to wait a year before we could get things like the MG Ale Strike. So it's good to be getting an MG and not have to wait, but what do you think the thoughts are of us getting them all, or things like an MG Zaku Amazing, or whoever the lead antagonist ends up being? It seems that our odds are pretty slim, as there haven't been a lot of antagonists lately from the newer shows in MG form. Maybe we're going to have to wait a decade, like we did with Seed. So what are your thoughts on this? Are you excited? Do you care that they're going to be adding in the build booster? And what do you anticipate in terms of future releases for MGs, either from Age 00 or, of course, from Build Fighters? Love to hear your thoughts with a comment down below. And, of course, stick around for a review right here. I can't wait to get the newest lead on my shelf next to Flitz. It's only a question of if we'll ever get a Kyo up there. Thanks for watching, everybody. Stick around for lots more news and reviews and everything else. See ya. You know, I forced my grandson to grow up playing with Build Fighters. I mean, Gundam versus Gundam. I mean, I made him into a warm... yeah, well, not as bad as Setsuna, but I may have messed that kid up a bit.